What is up, peasants? My name is JB, and I'm here today with my team builder for PCL Season 2, Week 6 against Rewt, coach of the New Jersey Brobats. Definitely be sure to go check him out in the description. Makes really good content, and he's a cool dude, so yeah, be sure to go check him out down yonder. So let's go ahead and get into the squad. You can see he's currently rocking a record of 3-2 with a +4 differential, which is slightly better than, or slightly similar to ours. Let me check my differential. I should probably have done this before the game, but I'm stupid. I'm also 4. I'm 4-1 with a +8 differential, I believe. Yeah, 4-1 +8 is my differential going into this game. So hopefully we can keep it, up. We are having a very good run to the start to the season. So yeah, I remember that now. We're having a really good start to the season. So hopefully we can keep that going. This is actually another really important game for another reason being the fact that this is, of course, a divisional matchup. So we kind of really want to come out with a win here and really basically secure the division at this point in the season if we manage to win this game, because we'll be 2 games ahead of everyone in the last column, as well as we'll have a much better differential than everyone else in my division. So this is a really big game for basically securing a playoff spot. But it's not the end of the world if we lose, because we do still have to have a rematch against everyone in our division. So it should be fine, hopefully, win or lose. But obviously we want to come out with a win because we are playing very, very well to this point in the season. So let's go ahead and go over Rewt's team. You can see as the Tornadus T, Como with Z moves, Crocodile, Tentacle, Electros, Pyro with Z moves, Magirna, Zygarde 10%, Exploud, Celebi, and Mega Manectric. So yeah, he has a really scary team. Tornadus T being one of my, and Como being 2 of my absolute favorite mons in the entire format. So I know the power of those 2 Pokemon. They are incredibly versatile and incredibly scary offensively. Tornadus T being great speed tier base 121, so that's super annoying to have to deal with. Como just being one of the absolute most versatile offensive dragon types in the format, getting just access to pretty much everything, can be ran physically especially, and do either very, very well. Crocodile, great rock setter, could be defensive with Intimidate and just a lot of bulk, decent natural bulk as well, or it could be like your typical Scarf Moxie sweeper set. Both are pretty annoying. I think I'm more so scared of, honestly, Scarf Moxie this week because that set can just win games sometimes. So hopefully we can avoid that. Tentacle, bulky mon, good rapid spinner, gets toxic spikes. Could potentially see that having a good matchup. It doesn't have a great matchup defensively, because I have just a ton that deals with it, but I wouldn't be surprised to see it. Electros, another one of my favorite Pokemon in the format. Probably like a top 3 electric type of mine. Like, I have a lot of fun with electric types, but Electros is a great move pool, really slow. So we can get off the slow pivots, which are always appreciated, as well as your fast pivots, but I can get off U-turns as well as full switches. Levitate, meaning it has no weakness. Well, I mean, I do have Mold Breaker on my team, so it's not that big of a deal. Not too scared of it, but it could be annoying in some circumstances. Z-Pyroar, which is hilarious because Shayquaza had Z-Pyroar last season, so back-to-back seasons in the PCL we have Z-Pyroars, which is always cool to see a random one like that getting some love. But it does have, a few things going for it. It's relatively fast, decently hard-hitting special attacker with good dual stab, so it could do some things. I wouldn't be too shocked to see it, but it's a Pyro at the end of the day. Magirna, it's a freaking Magirna. Do I need to say more? Shift Gear just wins at +2, or once it gets a Shift Gear up, so yeah, I gotta be real careful letting that thing get set up. Zygarde 10%, really fast, Dragon type, doesn't really do much else. It's not that hard hitting because it's Zygarde. It's the fast Zygarde. It's faster than Feral Zygarde. 1,000 Arrows is annoying, but it's meh. Exploud, really obnoxious Pokemon. It's just gonna read everything with Hyper Voice, so gotta be careful there. Celebi can do some cool things. It can Nasty Pass, it can SD Pass. It can also do Cleric-y things. It can just Nasty Fly and kill things. It can set up rocks. It could be a Cleric. Amana I really like a lot, but don't know how good of a matchup it has this game, but we'll see. And then Mega Manectric being incredibly fast and just a really hard-hitting mon, so wouldn't be too surprised to see that either. It's got one of those, electric type 4 moveset syndromes, though. Because it's going to run T-Bolt, it's going to run Volt Switch, and it's going to run either Flamethrower or Overheat and then Hidden Power. Like, there's not a whole lot of variety to what Mega Manectric can do, but it doesn't need a whole lot of variety when it's as fast and hard-hitting as it is. So let's go ahead and get into the squad. Of course, shout-outs to Dorian. And I believe Spedshed also helped with this team, and Shay maybe, I don't know, if whoever helped with this team, thank you. Let's go ahead and get into it. First off, we have Skywalker the Landers, rocking a Choice Scarf with the moves Earthquake, Stone Edge, Knockoff, and U-Turn. Fairly self-explanatory set. The speed is specific for allowing us to It's speed for Como, creeping 0 aura at +1. So if he's a Dragon Dance Como and he wants to outspeed on passive sting being 0 aura, we will outspeed that. And yeah, basically we have U-turn, of course, for pivoting, as well as Dorian put it. Let's go ahead and make sure this is I don't put this on the screen correctly. It says U-turn kills 2.5 Celebi, so he should probably bring spares. Dorian 2019. So yeah, that was why we have U-turn, as you know, of course, also just for pivoting. And also we just have it because Edgequake forehead. He doesn't have the best Edgequake switch-ins on his team. Hits pretty much all the things. Where's his other team? There it is. Yeah, he doesn't really have the best Edgequake switch-ins, so I can put in a lot of work if we, get our predictions right and switch accordingly. Next up, we have Dorian the Zero Aura rocking an Assault Vest with the moves Plasma Fish, Drain Punch, Fire Punch, and Hidden Power Ice. We have speed for Mega Manectric, Creeping Swallow, and we Okozai Pupper with HP Ice after Rocks. It forces switches and can catch stuff on switch-ins with our predictions, or as usual, it can just clean late game. It's basically what it's here to do. It does force a lot of switches against his team. I can 2-hit KO some Magearna sets with Fire Punch. Drain Punch is really good for recovering on stuff like non-Scarf Crocodile, as well as just being nice and spammable against a lot of things as well. It hits X-Cloud, hits stuff like that. It's just nice. He doesn't have the best electric switch-ins either. I have to be careful to make sure Manectric is Mega Evolved before I start clicking it though, because otherwise that's his only thing that really appreciates taking it. It'll obviously won't take a lot, but I mean, hey, it's pretty spammable, so it's always nice to just spam a move. Next up, we have Yooka-Laylee, the Tapu Lele. Oh, this set. We have Adrenaline Orb with Calm Mind, Psyshock, Moonblast, and Nature's Madness. We have the same speed as Linda, which is for Como, creeping 0 aura at +1. And we 2-hit KO No Bulk Magearna at +2 with Psyshock and Terrain. So this is very reliant on him not only bringing a bulky Crocodile, but as well as bringing bringing Mega Manectric in general. I do expect to see Mega Manectric, as it has a relatively good matchup against a lot of stuff on my team, so hopefully he does bring at least one of his Intimidators. Otherwise, this will just be the deadest of dead weight. But if it works, it has incredible potential to just win this game. So hopefully we can pull that off. We do have to set up carefully around a lot of his team. We have to Calm Mind twice to be able to 2-hit KO Magearna. Otherwise, we just drop to 2 Flash Cannons. So we have to be really careful there. And make sure Terrain's still up when we do that. Otherwise, it will not matter, and Magearna will just destroy this set regardless. So we have to be very careful, and it's really dependent on what he brings. But again, its cleaning potential was so good, we decided to bring it anyway. Next up, we have Night King, the Kyurem, with Habanberry for the second week in a row, with the moves Draco Meteor, Ice Beam, Earth Power, and Roost. We have speed for Max Speed Jolly Crook, and it's plain and simply just a super effective button. He has no switch-ins for the combination of Dragon, Ice, and Ground. It hits everything on his team super effectively. So, aside from the Electros, which has no weaknesses, everything else though is weak to one of the 3 moves that I can click. Well, aside from X-Spot as well, but X-Spot's not taking the Draco very well at all. So yeah, it's just a super effective one. It's nice to have the nice and solid Habanberry as a way to live a hit from Zydog if it's locked into Outrage, or if he doesn't just click Fighting Move on Como for some reason. So hopefully this can put in a little bit of work, and we can do some nice things with it. Next up, we have the Forever WinCon, the Dark Skies are Mega Gyarados with the moves Dragon Dance, Crunch, Earthquake, and Ice Fang. 68 HP, 252 attack, and 188 speed with a Jolly Nature. I don't know why I did that. I'm never going to do that again. But we have speed for Max Speed, Timid, Mega Manectric at +1. And again, he has no switch-ins for the combination of Ice plus Ground, as well as having Crunch, which deals just humongous amounts of damage to everything. Again, it's forever the win con if you can get Mega Gyarados set up properly and it just goes in, because I believe depending on his Magearna spread, it drops to +2 Earthquake, +1 Earthquake even, depending on if he's Fit Steph or not. So if he's max HP, I believe it still drops to +1 Earthquake because Mega Gyarados. So yeah, it goes in if we can get the +1. It can set up on stuff like Torn potentially, switching freeing that thing. It can set up all over Tentacruel. It can set up all over Pyroar. It can set up on Celebi. So yeah, it can set up on a decent amount of his team, and once it gets set up, it has a chance to just kill all the things. Next up we have, or last but certainly not least I should say, we have Oliver Queen, Jesus. Our Decidueye, leftovers with the moves Defog, Leaf Blade, Spirit Shackle, and Haze. The defense lets it live a Jolly Banded Outrage from Zypupper after rocks. Spit F allows us to live an Overheat from Mega Manectric after rocks, and a Hurricane from Tornadus is in my favorite to live after rocks. And then Speed is just for him randomly deciding to creep me. Eats a lot of hits from his team. It's a solid defogger for the squad. And again, Leaf Blade is nice and spammable against a lot of his things. Spirit Shackle's nice. And then we have, of course, Haze, which helps us with Magearna. We do live a non-boosted Ice Beam from Magearna, which is nice. I think we even take a +1 if he's timid Ice Beam. So it's always nice to, you know, keep Magearna in check, as well as, you know, potential Dragonite Zygarde or Dragonite Como as well. So Haze is just a great move to have on Decidueye, as it's, you know, just nice and good and can live a lot of hits. So that is the squad for week 6 of the PCL. Let me know what you think, and again, be sure to go check out Rewt down in the description, and I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace out.